Hey folks, good morning. How we doing? We've been getting a lot of questions on our YouTube and our TikToks about our cart and some of the modifications we've done. So Cynthia and I are here today. There she is. We're cleaning our cart up. We're doing a trunk or treat for one of the local schools we were invited back to. We did it last year. It was a great event, so we'll be there again this time. And we figured we'd bring you all of our tips and tricks and the kind of modifications we've done to our cart to make it work best for us. It helps us keep it clean, helps us keep it all as one unit so we're not peeling pieces off going down the road. But anyway, the last question we got was yesterday. It was about our roll top lid or flip up lid and how we keep it in place. We're getting ready to show you. So we've shown you these before, these clips right here. You get them off Amazon. We can put a link on here.
Yep.
And they just clip on. As you can tell, they don't always stay. And they have popped off on some extra bumpy roads on us, which led us to the second modification on our roll top lid. Right there. 2 pop rivets holding the roll top and 2 pop rivets down to the top of the cart. And of course we have another one of these guys on the other side, and we also use those same clips on our bread box doors, both of them, as you can see right there. Otherwise, these bread box doors are so heavy they slide open going down the road and you'll lose all your content.
And if you get too much air in this, we've seen
it buckle.
We actually are probably going to put pop rivets onto the shelf here so it can't buckle, because it actually happened to us on both sides. You can see the little buckle from it. Sure. Okay, so the very first modification we did on this cart was removing the condiment tray. That we actually still have it, but it comes with a condiment tray that sticks out here. The issue is if you're using the cooler shelf, you can't really open up the cooler then with the condiment shelf. The condiment shelf has slots in it for pans in it to put condiments in, and people were putting stuff down, leaving their goods on there, things like that. It was getting messy, so we took it away right away. I don't even think we had it on for...
We never used it once.
I think we had it on maybe 2 days, and we got rid of it.
And of course, most people know us for this. I'll show you real quick. Spinner umbrella. Got a master switch on the side of the bread box here. Turn it on. That's our master switch that enables us to actually run it. And I am going to remodify my switch. Right here now, it's on our handle. Right here, as you can tell, it'll spin for you. So that's my favorite one, of course.
And this is actually a modification. It's just an add-on, easy storage space, great place for us to put our cell phones, payment options, things like that, our drinks that we're drinking. So that was a great add-on.
It's perfect. We also put some shelves. Here you go.
We put shelves on both sides. This add-on has been great. This side gets used a lot for the customers. Just like we said, we didn't want them to put it down in the front because we never saw it. But if they put their stuff down here, we're usually working over here, we can make sure that they take their stuff. But it's a good place for customers to be able to put their stuff down to pay and things like that. So this one's been great. That's other side. We have the shelf as well. That's the one I work at my workstation with the condiments, this lemon squeezer, and all of that. On that side, we also put a slot on there to put our trash bag that we attach to the cart. So really handy and convenient there.
A slot right here for those that haven't seen it.
Here, this is
these shelves are so sturdy. You see myself and Cynthia, mostly Cynthia, squeezing lemonades on this with all of our might, and the shelves don't move. She's showing you our little trash bag setup.
It's easy to remove. You just put it back on.
Super easy to remove.
We love it.
And the other thing wasn't really a modification, with the exception of my master switch to the batteries, is the 2 batteries we have under the front of our steam table here for our refrigerator. Got those mounted here. The mount was already existing for this cart, as was the refrigerator for the cart. So all I did was put my batteries in there, and we put an auxiliary master switch so we can run the batteries on or off depending on where we are and what we're doing. What you got?
I'm just saying we mounted our fire extinguisher on the outside of our cart. Easy access.
Easy access.
The only thing we had to change was we can't keep the tag here. It blew away, so we now keep the tag in the bread box. But easy, convenient place for the fire extinguisher. And behind that, we have a cup and lid holder. So when I'm squeezing lemonades over here, I have an easy place to grab the cups and lids. And the only other thing I can think of is our sign holder. We've used this on our last cart as well. Right now we have 3 chalkboard signs shoved in here, but it makes it convenient. We can drive around with them all in here, and we can just slide them back into place. So
it's perfect.
it is.
And we use this cooler here in the back. It's just a small, cheap cooler. Exclusively for lemonades. We put our fresh ice in there, so that cooler is our ice cooler, and that's just bolted down to the back rack on here, and it works quite well. Another note on fire extinguishers that we didn't know. Fire extinguishers, they need to be inspected by your local fire company. Like Cynthia was saying, a tag, this one blew off. We have the other one for this inside the box in there. They get wet, you go down the road, they fly off. But a lot of people don't know they must be inspected and tagged yearly. Every single year. That you can't just go get a fire extinguisher, throw it on your cart, and act good. It's not good, right?
Nope. Okay, we have one other modification definitely want to talk to you about. So when we got the cart, I don't know if you could see this little tubing here. There was a little foot, and you had a little pin here to keep it from leaning forward. We actually ended up losing that foot in one of our drives, so we replaced it with these trailer levelers, and you can just push these down and level you out easy. We have 2 of these. We put one in the front, and then we put one in the back, instead of the wheel that came. The wheel that was on this cart where you had to wind it down was very hard to get. You had to open this up and get your hand in here, and it would get stuck and caught. So now we don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about that it's hot in there or anything like that to get the leg down. Yeah.
This is the wheel that was in there. I went to Harbor Freight and replaced the wheel, just popped the bearing out of the old one, put it in this one. These are much more resilient than a pneumatic tire. But as you can see, if you pinch it down on the cart too much, again, our cart was used, so this was all done. I had to cut out like a banana, the bad spot, so it would still go up and down until we just discontinued use of it completely.
It was definitely one of the upgrades that we did with adding these stabilizer legs and not having to use that wheel. Huge time changer. It was well worth the upgrade. So that one is a must, I would say, for this cart. But anything else?
Yeah, there is a few other mods we did to this roll top lid here. So yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've ripped up my forearms and stuff like that on this thing. A grinder wheel and a little time taken. Hey, there's nothing wrong with little pride and craftsmanship and stuff. You know what I mean? Pride and craftsmanship's always great.
He, you know, you don't think about these little things, but he's right. We've ripped so many shirts, so many things, our arms on them. So
it's not a good look if you're bleeding at your car.
No,
not a good look.
And that was a huge little upgrade of just grinding that down. Definitely worth it.
Oh yeah, it was every single setup. Got me again.
It was.
Go watch our videos; they're there. But
yeah. I'm
sure there's more.
Yeah, I'm sure there's more too, and we're never gonna stop upgrading the cart. So we're gonna continue making upgrades to what works for us, and we hope you do the same.